Welcome back to Law&Crime Daily, everybody. After just a couple of hours of deliberation, the jury in the civil trial between Terry Sanderson and Gwyneth Paltrow reached a decision. The jury was tasked with deciding who was at fault for a 2016 collision on a Utah ski slope.
Was Gwyneth Paltrow at fault? No. Was Gwyneth Paltrow's fault a cause of Terry Sanderson's harm? Oh, no, skip that.
There's just no response there.
Okay. Was Terry Sanderson at fault? Yes. Was Terry Sanderson's fault a cause Gwyneth Paltrow's? Did Terry Sanderson's fault cause Gwyneth Paltrow's harm? Yes. Comparative fault. What % of the fault do you assign to Terry Sanderson? 100%.
One of the jurors involved in that decision spoke exclusively with Good Morning America about what part of the testimony sealed the deal.
He's a snow sports expert in many different ways. I think the fact that Dr. Juror could speak to the DIN settings and he specifically studied snow science, that he had a stronger opinion.
And the drama didn't end with the verdict. As she was leaving the courtroom, Gwyneth Paltrow leaned down and said something to Terry Sanderson. Outside, Sanderson confirmed that she had leaned down and wished him all the best, which he said was a very nice thing for her to do, and he appreciated it. Sanderson claimed that Paltrow ran into him on the ski slope, leaving him with broken ribs and even brain damage, but the jury disagreed. In a statement put out Thursday night, Paltrow said, quote, "I felt that acquiescing to a false claim compromised my integrity. I am pleased with the outcome and I appreciate all the hard work of Judge Holmberg and the jury and thank them for their thoughtfulness in handling this case." Now, there's been no word on whether Terry Sanderson will file an appeal of the verdict, but we asked a personal injury defense attorney in Utah if she saw any legal errors in the case.
You know, it's a lot of evidence has come in. I think Judge Holmberg candidly is probably the shining star of this entire trial. He's very well respected within Utah. I think he's done a very good job of marshaling the evidence, being fair to both sides. I have had the opportunity to watch a lot of it, as most people have. And I think his rulings were fair to both sides. I think they were based in the law, which is always a great thing for a judge to do. And so at this point, I don't see, based on the trial testimony itself, that there are any appellate issues.
Brian, quick verdict, unanimous vote, Sanderson 100% liable. Were you shocked at any of this?
Not at the ultimate end of it all, but I was shocked to some degree as to the absolute assurities that these jurors had. 100% liable? I thought they would have maybe felt some sympathy towards Sanderson and maybe done a 90-10. I thought Gwyneth Paltrow and her attorneys were far superior in the marshaling the evidence. I think they had stronger facts. And I do think that Dr. Juror was the star witness in this all. It's one thing to say that you are a biomechanical expert. It's another thing to say you're a biomechanical expert when it comes to skiing. And so I think that the jury got it right. I was just surprised that it was really 100% to 0 and unanimous. I thought there might have been a little bit longer or maybe even a small percentage going towards Sanderson.
Well, Terry, some people thought that Paltrow should have just settled this, not even taken this to court. Why do you think it was important for her to defend herself?
Oh, I thought it was very important. And this is why, Jesse, you cannot just acquiesce to these types of claims. And I think she did the right thing in making sure she defended herself. I tried multiple cases defending the city of New York, personal injury cases, and people line up when they see deep pockets. And if you start paying settlements because it's a nuisance, then you will have multiple more people coming to try to get claims that don't have any merit. It took a lot for her to sit there. You heard her attorney say she had to take the time and the effort. She was there every day. Sanderson wasn't even there every day. So I applaud her, and it's a matter of principle. It's also a matter of money, and it's the right thing to do. So kudos to her for doing that.
Yeah, well, she not only won in the court of law, maybe she also won in the court of public opinion. This is a big victory for Gwyneth Paltrow, and we will see what happens next with a potential appeal.